All right, the final section of the final PPE report is a reflection paper. And this is my personal favorite one to read, of course, but I hope that you all find that it's helpful to you as well to kind of summarize and bring together everything, uh, from this experience. So let's just start here. So first of all, this is a paper, an essay, a reflection essay. It should be between 5 and 7 pages, double spaced in length. And that doesn't include any figures, tables, appendices, or references, which I don't think you'll have any references in this, but I always say that, right? If you do, make sure they're in APA. It should be in first person. Um, and then, of course, any in-text citations should be APA formatted. I want you to clearly and completely address the elements and answer the questions posed below. The paper should highlight the outcomes that and student achievements throughout your PPE while synthesizing specific experiences that contributed to your PPE. So a good meshing of everything you experienced, right? It should be focused, logically organized, and express ideas fluently. Paragraphs should begin with strong topic sentences that contain enough evidence and or examples to support those topic sentences. And then the paper should follow the conventions of good professional writing, of course, um, employing effective sentence structure and vocabulary, carefully proofreading and editing for spelling and grammatical errors. Okay. So let's get into the nuts and bolts here. So you need to address the following. Now there is a lot here. I want to say that there is a lot here, but I want you to try to concisely convey this information, but you also have 5 to 7 pages, okay? So first, explain the steps you took to meet your learning objectives. And so these are the learning objectives that you identified on your pre-PPE conference worksheet. So if you need a little reminder, which I hope you don't, but if you do, go back to your pre-PPE conference worksheet. So for each of those objectives that you identified, how well did you accomplish each objective? What supportive factors helped you accomplish? What kind of support was missing that you would have liked? Maybe you didn't meet your objectives, or maybe you partially met it. So why was that? So just explain there how you met them, okay? What skills and knowledge from your classes or activities at the College of St. Scholastica or even previous education were you able to use during the PPE? So consider your technical skills. Did you gain any additional technical skills through your PPE? Are there technical skills you need to improve upon? Are there technical applications that you didn't like performing while on your PPE? Many people say that networking is one of the most important elements of a PPE. I would say that. So did you develop professional relationships that may help you in your future academic and career endeavors? Explain your evidence, networking with other professionals, explain your experience networking with other professionals during your PPE. So what did it mean to be at the PPE site? What is the value of the experience? And so if you weren't physically at the PPE site, maybe put the virtual spin on that. So what did it mean to be basically engaging and kind of working with that site and with that mentor that you had in that experience, okay? So what about your PPE did you like the most? What were you most challenged by personally or professionally? If the experience was negative or you had moments of negativity, what can you take away from the experiences? So I don't want you focusing and dwelling on the bad things that maybe happened. I shouldn't say bad things, but like when you got down on yourself or when maybe something didn't go as planned or didn't meet your expectations. And for some of you, that is actually the PPE. Like maybe it turned out to be a virtual experience versus an on-site, and you really had your heart set on on-site. And so in this day of COVID, things change all the time. And so how did you handle that, right? So how did you kind of reframe the situation and make it a positive experience, okay? What did you learn about yourself as an employee, a coworker, a team member? What do you think your site mentor would say about you as an employee? So if you didn't have a specific site mentor, consider your project mentor. What do you think they would say about you as an employee? What would other coworkers say about you as a team member? So consider that. What professional workplace skills do you need to improve? And then throughout your PPE, there were most likely times when you felt very prepared and other times where you didn't feel prepared. And what experiences did you feel prepared for? What did you know? And what experiences did you not feel prepared? And what didn't you know? Right. Then throughout your PPE, you were exposed to many people in different roles. And as you reflect on some of the most interesting roles, is there additional experience, education, or skills that you would need to be successful in that role? This would be a role that maybe you were interested in pursuing, maybe a position in. And so where do you see yourself in this organization as well? Like, could you see yourself working there? Where you connected your PPE. And then lastly, how has this experience affected your career plans? Um, I hope it provided some clarity for you in terms of your career plans, maybe some reassurance um, in the path that you thought you wanted to take, or maybe you figured out that you just really don't want to do what you thought you wanted to do, right? And that's okay too. Um, so that's the reflection component. And so again, here's the logistics, 5 to 7 pages, double space, the reflection. I have just listed all of the elements that I just went over. And then we have organization and depth of reflection. So clearly and completely addressing the elements and the answers to each question while having logical sentence structure. Information is synthesized, specific experience, you synthesize specific experiences into your paper. Okay. So, and then the reflection was focused, logically organized, and expressed your ideas fluently. And lastly, paragraphs began with topic sentences. It was free of spelling and grammatical errors. Okay. All right, so that concludes this little series on the components of the final PPE report. And as always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. And this will be due probably the 3rd or 4th week of um, what is wrong with me? Your seminar course, HIM 4556. Okay. All right. Thank you.